Welcome to the Queen's Table Podcast. I'm your host, Marissa J, and today we are going to have a quick little bonus episode. So coming on, talking about a couple of things that's been going on, and some stuff that we're going to address later on. But first things first, I was on this podcast. I'm going to link the podcast show and the episode that I was on in the description box of this episode. Please go and check that out. It was pretty dope. It was a lot of differing opinions. It was a political piece, and it was dope. I had fun. I did get interrupted. I did get interrupted several times. At one point, I had to remind this brother, okay, hey, I'm not Kamala. That's not me. I'm not Miss Harris. I'm not running for vice president. Sir, not going to interrupt me. I don't give a fuck. I'll go off. But anyway, so definitely check that episode out. Another thing that I wanted to hop on here really quick and touch on was that last presidential debate that happened at, where was that at? It was here in Nashville. I'm drawing a blank, but it happened up here in Nashville. No, I didn't attend. My son wanted to go. I was like, nah, bro, you got to, sign up for that kind of stuff in advance. Plus, it's the COVID. You've been a bubble boy for the last several months, so that's not going to happen. So, but we did watch it at home, and I don't understand what it is with right-wing men loving to mansplain things to people, and especially women. He didn't mansplain anything to Biden, but he sure shit did with that moderator who was a female. So I don't know what it is with these types of dudes that feel the need to have their voice heard over other people. And want to get upset whenever somebody does the same thing with them. I don't know what it is with these type of dudes, man, but I'm telling you, they all got one thing in common. They all voting for the same motherfucker, so I don't know. They all for that same motherfucker, so, I mean, you can put two and two together, I don't know. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about that debate. It was a pretty good one. Biden was on it. He was coming out with them questions left and right. And if there was ever a question of if Joe Biden is in his right mind, has all of his faculties or whatever, that should be done away with. Both this time and the last time that they debated, he was coming out with the big guns. And, he did kind of lose himself a couple of times, come on, Jack, he does kind of lose himself sometimes, and that's fine. I think that's okay. It shows that he's human, but at the same time, he's really learned how to reel it in, because he used to not be able to do that. Y'all remember the Joe the Plumber, or was it Joe the Plumber that Biden went to fuck off for? No, it wasn't Joe. No. He went to fuck off on, who was it? It was a coal miner. It was some motherfucking body. And he was just like, well, nigga. He didn't say all of that. But I like Joe Biden when he does that, when he gets out of character like that. Because it does show a more humanistic side of an elected official that doesn't turn out to be a fucking sideshow like the goddamn shit show that's in the White House right fucking now. But I digress. It is what it is. So anyway, but yeah, Biden was coming out with the big guns. He was coming out with the big questions. He was on top of stats like you just wouldn't believe. How well he did. I couldn't have done a quarter that well, that decently. And I'm youngish, no spring chicken, but that's another thing. let me address this. Let me say this one time and one time only. Your 30s, whether it be early 30s, mid 30s, or late 30s, that's not old. Your 40s, in your 40s, your early 40s, I'd say the mid 40s, by about 40, 47, 48, 47, 48, it's getting up there. Getting up there, but you ain't old. Somebody call me old. Somebody call me old. I admitted my actual age, and I'm sitting here like, no, I'm not old. You just young as shit. That's not a compliment either, by the way. That's not a compliment. I noticed that a lot of people like to, oh yeah, I love older women. That's not a fucking compliment. That's not a compliment. Especially to somebody that already has children. I would be your motherfucking mama. The fuck? You like older women. I like older men. Little boy. Listen. We're going to get back to the subject. I just wanted to bring that up real motherfucking quick. Yes, it was a personal thing. I took it personal. I took it real personal. But we over that. We over it. Hop over that hurdle. And back on over to the subject of Joe Biden and Donald Trump. This entire election, it's entertaining. It's entertaining. They dropped the whole serious aspect of it and they made it entertainment. It's a sideshow. This is meant to entertain. There is absolutely, it doesn't matter who becomes president, it's still a Republican ran Senate. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who the president is, guys. It really in the fuck doesn't. All of these things that they say that they can do for you, I mean, and when you support someone that openly that does these, they're not even dog whistle terms anymore that he says. They're not even dog whistle terms anymore. He's blatantly outright saying, if you don't know how to interpret Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. If you don't know how to interpret that, then that's a failure on the education that you got in this country or wherever the fuck you grew up at. That's a failure on their part. That's a failure on your mama's part. I don't give a fuck. I said what I said. That's a failure on your mama's part. I say it again for the motherfuckers in the back. That's a failure on your mama's part. But I digress. Yo, it is what it is. What else can I say? It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. So that's all the time I got for today. I'm gonna hop off of here. I'll come out with this real quick, really quick. I know that there is this struggle that's going on right now in Nigeria. It's SARS, it's an acronym, and I don't have anything on me right now, and it's been a very, very long day. I don't remember what the acronym stands for, but basically what's going on is it's a whole lot of police brutality. I mean, they're experiencing it over there in a very similar fashion that we experience it over here in America, in the States, and it's a problem. It's a fucking problem. And it's definitely something that I've been wanting to address, but what you guys have to understand is this: in a time, in an age in which we live, in the age in which we live in, this age right here, this moment right here, right now, in this climate, it's very hard to to fact check to a point where you can be satisfied. I don't like giving out misinformation. Okay, if I don't know something, I'm gonna flat out be like, I don't know, nigga, Google it. You know what I'm saying? Like, go and Google the shit. You know, I mean, I'm not known for, you know, getting shit right on point. But with something like this, something this major, something this big that's going on, I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to get that shit wrong. I joke around a lot. I play around a lot. And that's fine, whatever, with the will. But I don't play around with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that I'm not aware. I'm very aware of what's going on. It's just I definitely want to get my facts right. Because I know that there's a lot of stuff that I was looking into when I first heard about it. It was off of a conspiracy thread. Because, yes, I'm definitely into a lot of conspiracy theories. Like, I'm a conspiracy theorist, okay? But to a rational degree here, okay? I started reading about it from one of these Reddit groups. And I'm sitting here going like, wait, hold up, what? And this is about a month or so ago. And I'm like, wait a minute. Pause, time out. What's going on here? What's happening? What? They're going into people's homes and they just, what? There was a lot of stuff and a lot of articles that I had to go back and like, let me see if I can find that somewhere else. And it's within a circulation of several papers that only mentions that aspect. Everywhere else, I can't find certain bits of information outside of certain publications. So I'm looking into, like, I'm doing like real people journalistic shit. I guess this is what journalists do. I don't really know. I'm not a journalist. I didn't go to school for that shit. So we winging it over here, but we finna see how this turns out. But anyway, that's all the time that I have for today. I don't know. I'll drop an episode soon. Fuck 2020.